everybody, welcome to Stumped. This is Asher, I'm joined by Price.
Hello.
And we're checking out how to escape Lost Submarine. First of all, thank you to Break First Games and Maximum Entertainment for sponsoring this video. This is an asymmetrical co-op game where I'm going to be, I think, attempting to escape from a submarine, and Price is going to be giving me advice in what seems to be like a keep talking and nobody explodes kind of way. Price has like a dedicated companion app kind of thing for this game that...
I'm the guy in the chair.
Price is the guy in the chair. This is a very interesting setup. I'm very excited to get into this. But first, this game is out now on Steam, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series, and Switch. And it's got crossplay. And only one person actually needs to buy the game. And then the like companion app that the second player uses is free. So, without further ado, let's get into it, Price.
Let's give it a shot.
3, 2, 1.
Next. All right.
Ooh.
Okay.
I get a little cinematic here.
Yeah, I'm seeing some dark line work.
Oh, who's this brooding man?
I think that's us.
Oh.
Maybe.
Gentlemen, the situation is serious. Our strategic naval base has been seized by hostiles.
It's been seized by hostiles, Price.
The initial plan was to neutralize the threat completely.
Beep, boop, beep.
Our nuclear sub, Le Triumphant, has received
Le
the order to
Triumphant.
destroy the base with a nuclear torpedo strike. Total annihilation. But
We're gonna nuke them.
too horrific to contemplate. We cannot sacrifice the lives of our own sailors as collateral damage. However, a stroke of good fortune has given us a way to prevent such a massacre. The strike order has been canceled.
Okay.
The problem is at this moment, Le Triumphant
Oh.
is too deep for us to communicate.
Oh.
If that weapon is launched, there will be no turning back. Only endless war. Major Hare, your mission is crucial. Reach Le Triumphant. Prevent the launch. A deep rescue submarine is ready to deploy, but the journey will be perilous.
Okay.
Officer Leroy, you must maintain communication with Major Hare and coordinate all resources. This is not merely an operation to avert a single act of violence. It is to prevent the unfathomable. The collapse of civilization as we know it.
That's us, Price.
Yep.
Officers,
We just nod.
This is more than a mission. It's a fight for our future.
NBD.
And no pressure.
Just sternly walking along. All right, Ash, you get in there.
Okay. So I'm a man in a little mini sub, and you're communicating with me as I make my way down towards the sub that we cannot communicate with, and that we don't want to nuke the world.
Okay, what are you looking at?
Rescue submarine. Oh.
So I click on that. Okay.
All
You can see
right.
detailed information on the puzzles for the selected room. Each room has 3 puzzles represented by different icons. Okay.
Oh, okay. So I've got some movement instructions telling me WADs and stuff. Interact with right click. Or no, interact with left click, cancel with right click. But then I also have a thing that says enter the code in the codex application. Oh. I have a codex code for you, Price.
Oh, okay, hold on. Because there's some interesting stuff going on here. All right, what code you got?
I have 9092.
Okay, 9092. Validate. All right. Oh. Okay, touch the screen. Okay. There's a seal and a ship. Hold on. What is going on here? Okay. So I'll just tell you what I'm looking at. I'm looking at a topographical map. On one side, like there are icons on it that I can click on and they give me longitude, latitude. There is a seal, like a seal, and like a Titanic ship going down kind of situation. Those are the symbols I have.
Wait. So, and you have those labeled as latitude, longitude?
I have latitudes, longitudes, and I can cycle through, and so there are other symbols as well. So there's like a turtle, and there's like coral, and there's like a dolphin, and a swordfish. So if you have any of the other ones, I can tell you those as well.
Okay, so essentially the way that my situation is set up, I have 3 screens in front of me. One is for latitude, and I see what looks to be like a live video feed of out of some side of the ship, where I see what looks to be swordfish or tuna or something. I don't think it's swordfish. I think it's like tuna or something.
Is it like a swirl of fish, or is it like one fish?
It's definitely like at least 4 fish kind of like swimming in a circle, seemingly.
Okay, so I do see a school of fish thing. It's probably like 12 fish, but it's the only one I see with multiple fish. But anyway, go ahead.
And then in longitude, again, another live video feed where I see what looks like maybe an iceberg or some sort of boulder under the ground.
Hold on. Okay, I see either one that looks like a cave, or I see one that, it looks sort of like, it's almost like triangular, pointing up and to the right, like a little curved.
Yes, up and to the right, like a little, like almost like a crystal jutting out of the ground or something.
Yeah. Okay.
And then
so
I have
that one. Oh, go ahead. Keep going.
I have my last monitor is labeled oxygen, and it just seems to be showing me like seaweed or some sort of underground plant waving back and forth.
Oxygen. Yeah, it says oxygen. Let me just see. Okay, so there are a couple of different plants that I can look at. So let me describe them to you just real quick so I can figure out which one.
The last thing, I do have a panel that seems to be, I'm able to increase or decrease the values of latitude, longitude, and oxygen. I don't know what that will do for me.
So I have values for all those, so I'm assuming you need to match the values that I can provide you from those examples, right?
Sure.
So let me, so this seaweed thing that you got.
Yes.
Does it have 5 leaves? Does it have 3 leaves?
I would say it has 5, yeah.
So like 5 like kind of like spindly, spiky things?
I'll also say it looks like Rocco's Modern Life designed this seaweed. Yes,
okay, I mean, I can kind of see that.
But it is 5. It's got 5 leaves, for sure.
And so, and so it's not coral, so it's not all kind of like tree-like, and it's not like 3 palm trees.
It's not.
Okay, so then if that's the case, then oxygen would be 14. The longitude, which was the iceberg thing, that was 30.
Longitude should be 30, okay.
And then the one that you said were the fish, I believe, because it's not one big swordfish, it's like a bunch of little fish kind of circling around.
Yep.
That would be negative 120 on the latitude.
Negative 120. Okay, and then if I hit the big green button...
Huh?
Destination, Le Triumphant. I seem to have green across the board, so I think we did something right.
Cool.
Okay, I don't know what's happening yet. All my screens went blank, and I might be moving. I don't... Hold on. Oh, I found a periscope that I can attach to the ceiling.
Okay. Yeah, the periscope is what we're working on.
Oh, and I can look out the periscope.
So, I'm going to tell you some information that I have, because there are probably going to be coded messages that you're seeing up there, all right? I am seeing shapes, I'm seeing lighthouses, and I'm seeing numbers.
I'm betting, so the lighthouses are blinking, and they are blinking in shapes and in colors.
Okay.
And then next to each lighthouse seems to be a buoy with a number on it.
Okay.
So let me see. Would I need to enter in some information here, though? Hold on.
Gosh. This is so weird. Because then also the lighthouses are striped, by the way. They have the 3 different lighthouses have 3 different orientations of stripes. One's horizontal, one's vertical, and one's diagonal.
Okay, good to know. So in my periscope, there's a 4-digit code that I can enter in as well. So I'm assuming that based on the information I send to you, you'll be able to tell me 4 digits, maybe?
Maybe. Okay. Because I have numbers that are corresponding with a series of rows and columns, being that the columns are essentially the lighthouses, the rows are the shapes. So then where those intersect, you have a number. So like I can have a number for you for... It's hard to describe because it shows me many shapes together. Yeah.
Let me describe my lighthouses to you.
Yes.
I'm going to be working from left to right. So this will be on the lighthouse that's next to buoy number 1. The lighthouse itself has perfectly horizontal stripes, 3 stripes.
Yeah. So that's the first one for me, yeah.
And it is blinking, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 different shapes with different colors on those shapes. So, let me wait for it to reset. Yellow triangle, blue square.
Okay.
Red circle.
Red circle, yellow triangle.
Yellow triangle.
All right. So that'll be 21.
I need paper. I just realized.
Yeah, I'm writing these down. I have my little whiteboard over here.
Lighthouse 1 equals 21. Okay.
Okay.
Moving on. Oh my god. Yeah, okay. So, just confirming that was 1. Okay, so the next one is going to be a lighthouse that has a buoy next to it labeled number 3.
Okay.
And the stripes on that lighthouse are vertical.
Vertical. All right, cool.
Okay. Red circle, yellow triangle, blue square, blue square.
All right, cool. There's only 4 potentials that it could be. Okay, so that was circle, triangle, square, square, and that was the vertical lines. So that's going to be 13.
13. Okay.
Cool.
Actually, that was on the buoy labeled number 3. Okay. And then this last lighthouse, here we go. This is next to the buoy that's labeled number 2.
Those should be diagonal lines.
And it is diagonal lines, like a candy stripe.
Yep.
Okay, and it is red circle, yellow triangle, blue square.
Okay. So then that would be 44.
44. Okay. So
to review, the numbers should be 21, 44, 13.
I have 4 digits to enter in. Or actually, oh no, I'm wrong. I thought it was just 4 digits. It's 6 digits, so I can put them all in. And I'm assuming I'm going to put them into number 1, number 2, number 3.
Yeah,
order.
it's got to be.
So we'll go with 21 first, then 44, then 13. That accepted. All right.
Beautiful. I'm assuming you got another code for me. Or you will soon.
Do I? I don't.
I assume you will soon because I don't have anything else that I can provide you. So I assume it's like, okay, then you'll give me a code and then I'll unlock a new thing I can look at. It's my assumption.
Okay, that's it. Oh, okay. I think the next puzzle for me here, Price, is going to be this series of on and off switches.
Okay.
Oh, did I just take a hint? Oh.
They are used to open the hatch. Warning, this machine is quite temperamental. You'll have no choice but to use a hint card if you want to get out of this rescue submarine. So you need to use a hint card.
Okay. I think it's forcing me to learn how the hint thing works. So, hint tutorial levers. So the way it works is like next to some puzzles there seems to be a hint card and then you take that to the hint machine.
Okay.
So then, hint number 1. Oh, I think I give you a code and you explain this to me. So, the code is F1.
Hold on. Okay, yeah, F1.
WJC.
Okay. So yeah, I have literally like a hint magnifying glass thing that if I click on it has a place for a code to look at. So you gave me the code, I gave you the hint. So hint number 1. This rescue submarine isn't exactly the latest model. To open the door, you'll need to pull the mechanical levers in the following order from left to right.
Okay.
4th, 1st, 3rd, 5th, 2nd.
Hey.
All right, cool.
Oh, Price, I'm moving on to another room.
So then I will probably get a code from you because there's a thing that's called the accreditation code that allows me to unlock new rooms.
This code is for your partner. You must be entered into the application with the following icon. Got it. It looks like a little ID card. And I have a 6-digit number for you.
All right, let's do it.
It is 845093.
Okay, I was drop my mouse. 093. Validate.
Oh, I'm getting a cutscene.
Oh, yeah. 3 hours before.
Hello?
Hello?
Is anyone here?
That's me.
Ray, do you copy? Report.
Do you copy, Ash? Do you copy?
Loud and clear.
Loud and clear, Price.
I'm in
Are you there?
But it's
Haunted.
Is there any sign of a struggle? Damage?
Who did this?
everything seems normal. It's like they just vanished.
Got raptured. Yeah.
Ray,
Price, this is exactly like the movie Sphere.
keep me updated.
Oh man.
I'll check the rest of
The thing I remember from that movie is that's the movie where I learned about the bends.
Maybe I'll
That's the thing that always sticks out to me from that movie. It's like, oh, and they had to decompress for a long time.
It's the main thing I remember too. And Dustin Hoffman. That's
And Dustin Hoffman, fantastic. All right. Updating codecs, installing annual content. All right, so it's unlocking all the different new stuff for me. Okay, so engine room.
Ooh, okay.
We're gonna have 3 different types of things that you're gonna be able to do. You got to produce oxygen with a certain thing. There's electricity things, and there's a water system thing. Okay.
And I will say, one of the helpful tips that was provided to me here is that usually there's 2 to 3 puzzles per room, and to don't overthink and overanalyze stuff.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah, try not to overthink. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see here. I've got different objects on the ground. Let's see if I pick these up, if I can interact with them somewhere. Oh. Okay.
So I've got some instruction. I have some detailed diagram things for the electricity and the oxygen ones. So whenever you're touching those things, I have a lot of info apparently.
Wait, or maybe these go into here. Sorry, I've got all these different bits and bobs of broken pieces on the ground that I'm just consolidating into one spot right now.
Okay.
Okay, so I've got like 6. I've got like 6 different bits and bobs, and it looks like I can place them into a machine that only accepts 3 pieces. Oh, and I have a code. I have a codex code for you.
Oh, codec code. Okay.
It is going to 1311.
1311. Validate. Beep-a-boop. Oh, whoa. Okay. I've got a little 3D representation of a little. Who's a what's it?
I'm hoping anyway, that you have a 3D representation of the pieces that I need to put into what order, and I'm hoping that you can describe what those pieces look like.
Yeah, I mean, I do see 3 of them. So, piece number 1, I would say it looks sort of like, like a nut and bolt kind of combo, where there's like, a bar down the middle. There's like a nut there, and then there are like 3 underneath that nut. There are like it's almost like a TIE fighter shaped nut, and they are connected via like 3 little brass pins, or like the pins don't quite touch, but they're there.
When you say it looks like a TIE fighter, does it look like the larger of the nuts has like a split down the middle? Or
like it's basically the larger of the nuts is like connected to the center rod, then there's like space where it's just like 2 tiny little bits, and then there's like the larger parts of the nut there. So it would be a larger nut, but it has like 2 V's cut out of it, if that makes sense.
So, okay. Because I basically have 2 that look like that. One looks like a top nut and a bottom nut. And then the other one looks identical except for the top nut. Looks like the center has like a couple of V's cut out of it. So
on the top, okay, hold on.
I guess I don't know necessarily what is the top or the bottom, but the larger of the 2 nuts looks like it has the V's cut out of it.
The larger of the 2 nuts should have a V cut out at the top, V cut out at the bottom. Then your 2 sides are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8-sided. Like you have like 2 separate 8-sided shapes. One has 2 yellow pins coming through, one has 1 yellow pin coming through.
I don't think I can study these pieces quite as much. I can just look at them on the ground.
I can like rotate them. I can just rotate them. Okay, so then just tell me the different things that you see. Like, what's the viewpoint that you have? Are you looking down on it?
So yeah, I'm looking down on it. I can see how the pins go through the shafts of the nuts. I can see that there is a center pin, and then on one side, it looks like there's 2 smaller pins. On the other side, it looks like there's 1 smaller pin.
Okay, that looks like what I'm looking at.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. I think this is the piece. So are you saying that this should be at the top or the bottom?
This should be a number 1 spot, so the top is what it looks like.
All right. So then what's it look like for the middle spot for you?
Okay, so for number 2, I'm looking at the holy hand grenade.
I think it's gotta be that one. But
Like, it's sort of like, if you're looking down on it, I can't tell if you can tell that it's sort of round, sort of spherical. But it's like a hexagonal spheroid with 6 like brass loops that like kind of curve from the top to the bottom.
Now, are the loops, are they brass colored or are they
Yes.
silver colored?
Brass colored.
And is the center grenade part, is it brass colored or is it dark?
Dark. It's like a reddish maroon, like brownish.
Has to be this one. Let me just confirm. Yeah, it's got to be this one.
Yeah.
So then
That would be
center?
slot 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and bottom one.
Okay, so this one I'm looking at like essentially a square.
Perfect.
Divided in half.
What color is the square?
So the majority of the block is like a white or light gray. It has brass loops coming out of it, a brass pin in the middle, and then it's like brown square highlights underneath the brass. But you may not be seeing those loops if you're looking at it from the other end.
Is it shaped like a grenade?
No.
It's shaped like a square.
Very, very cuboid. Yeah, it's very much a cube that has been bisected.
I'm gonna try this one. I'm curious if we're seeing the same stuff. So
It is
we'll try
not
this.
round in any way. I don't think there's an angle you could come at this where it looks round. Okay. Did it work? Did it not?
I don't think it worked, and I'm wondering.
Okay.
Because you said that this one was cuboid and that it was gray on the outside, but that it had brass things, brass wires coming out of it.
It almost, you know what? Like they're like loops. It almost looks like a battery, like a car battery.
Interesting. Oh, wait. Oh, hold up.
So
I just found a lockbox that has 3 more of these little doodads locked inside of it, and I can't get inside.
Okay.
Okay.
So we need to get to that. So around you, there could be like, there's like electricity system things. It's showing me like 5 wires or something like that then it's associated with like hexagonal circles.
Okay, I do
like
see.
a honeycomb.
Oh, interesting.
And then for the oxygen, just so you know that, like I have 9-digit codes. I have grids that are like 4x6, and they give me points to give to you there. That may come after we open the stuff up, I'm thinking. The stuff that you were looking at, because it says to restore the correct oxygen level, refer to the note below, and it's like a whole bunch of stuff to enter.
Okay, let's do one of these other puzzles first.
Yeah.
Then, I've got something to do with key cards, although I don't know where the key cards go yet. And then I've got something to do with what looks like a big boiler, and I do have a codex code to give you for the big boiler.
Okay, yeah.
So it is 8425.
Okay. 4, 2, 5. Validate. Okay. All right. So I'm seeing a bunch of
There's
pipes.
and on these pipes there's like windows, and if I click on it, there's like a lever that I can control the flow of the water that's going through this pipe. And I basically have 3 options where I can totally shut off the water, I can make it like halfway, or I can give it full pressure.
Okay. So I have a thing where it's like I can click on these and I can hit validate. Okay. So I'll tell you what I'm looking at. I'm looking at a diagram of this boiler system, and it's basically like made up of like 4 different chunks, or 5, I guess, and there are pipes between them. So, for example, on the far left, there is like a boiler of some sort. It is connected to the next one by 3 pipes. I can choose one of those pipes to activate, and I need to do this for each set, so like 4 times. I have like 3 choices of the pipes. All right, so I'm trying to figure out which ones you have, where they're connected to. Then I'm going to be able to tell you what the right orientation is, I bet.
Okay.
So from the first one, you're saying it's side to side, yeah?
Yeah, so it goes, the original source seems to be a water tank that I can't interact with. That water tank is not something that I interact with. It has a pipe leading to the first boiler. On this first pipe that I mentioned, I can interact with a thing on it. It's got a window. And then on that first boiler itself, I can also interact with it. It's got a window there too.
And so then that pipe, though, where it connects to the...
From the first water tank to that first boiler, it connects from the side to side.
Okay, and when I say the side, is it like center of it, or sort of towards the top, on the side? So like it's not connected to the top of the machine, but if it's on the side, it's like, okay, here's the lid of whatever device, and we're just right under the lid.
I would say it is center on both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that helps.
Okay.
Then from the next one to the next one.
Yeah, we'll describe from boiler 1 to boiler 2. On the pipe that connects those two together, it leaves boiler 1 via the top.
The very top?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then it goes to boiler 2 via the center.
Yeah. Okay, got that one.
And there is, again, on that pipe that is connecting those two, there's a window
you can interact with. Yeah.
Yep.
I think I'll probably end up telling you what to do with those windows once I know this orientation. So I've got that second one. Okay. So yeah, the next one.
And then, so from boiler 2 to boiler 3, there is a pipe, and it goes from top to top on both of those.
So when I say top to top, literally on top or on the side of the top. So when I say on top, I mean it is literally the highest thing on there connecting to, like, from above.
On boiler number 2, it is the side of the top. And I mean, I say that, I don't think that, like, it would be clipping the map if it tried to go to the top of the top.
So then, so then I think that it must be this way. Okay.
But then on boiler number 3, where it's connecting to, it is the top of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. And then the last pipe, there should be 2.
Yeah. So
it's either top to top or side of the top to side of the top.
So then, yeah, there is a pipe connecting to the final switch, and it's going top to top.
Top to top. Okay, let's try this. No. Okay, let's try maybe like this. Okay, and maybe it's this then.
You know what? On the first boiler, I told you it was coming out the top and then going.
It said it was coming out the side to the side, is what you told me.
On the first boiler?
Yeah.
So on the first boiler, where it goes from the main water source to the first boiler, it's going side to side. But then as it's leaving the first boiler and going towards the second boiler, I think I told you it's going out the top and then going into the side of the second boiler. I would say from leaving the first boiler, I guess you could call that not the top. That could be it's leaving from the top
sort of
of
center
the side.
mass, like center. Yeah. I think I know what you mean. I think I'm seeing what you're seeing. Oh wait, no, and this would be this. Hey, I got it. Okay. Cool. So then, all right, I can see the windows. I can see 5 windows. Perfect. Essentially.
Are they arranged left to right, maybe?
I can see them left to right. So what we would have called the water tank. Yes. I have a window coming from there on a pipe. I have a window associated with the boiler next to it. I have a window associated with the next pipe. I have a window associated with the next boiler. And I have a window associated with the final boiler.
Perfect. Okay, give me left to right.
All right, so on the far left, I have like a 50% water level. It's like a rushing water level, about 50%.
I just realized I have 4 settings on this one. So I've got like barely a trickle. I've got what looks to be maybe 50%, and then I've got 75%, and then I've got full.
Yeah, do the 50.
Okay.
All right, and the second one, I have bubbling blue water.
That looks like what that... Oh, but the bubbles are different.
So here, I'm trying to think, like, these bubbles, I'm seeing ginger ale in terms of the amount of bubbles here.
And are they fast moving, or are they kind of meandering?
No, I mean, I would say much like a ginger ale or a soda, they're moving fairly fast. Like they're not like rushing, but they're like, yeah, they're floating up.
But it's like,
they're not taking their time.
On the meandering one, I'm going to count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It takes more than 7 seconds for a bubble to go from the bottom to the top.
No. In that time, like 10 of these went by.
Okay,
you know?
then
like, yeah.
we will go with that fast-moving one. Okay,
right.
next window.
All right, next window, I have a thin vertical trickle.
Okay, it's got to be that one, I think.
It's like a leaky pipe.
All right.
Okay.
Next one.
Next one, I've got like a whirlpool / tornado situation.
How tall is the whirlpool?
I would say it goes up about 50-60%.
Okay, and then how many bubbles are on the whirlpool, if any?
I see no bubbles.
Okay, we're going to go with that one. Last one.
Fire.
And then, is the fire consuming the whole thing?
Yes.
We'll try that one. Oh, I got green!
Yay!
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay, and I've got a green check mark next to the water lock on the door. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I can see that we also need to do electricity and we also need to do O2.
Okay.
I'm betting the thing with the holy hand grenade has to do with the electricity.
Yeah, it has to do with the oxygen.
Oh.
That's what the 6... That's what that machine is for. It's showing that that's for the oxygen. Powered by a motor that is divided into 3 parts, is what the oxygen thing says.
Let's see here. Let's see if we can figure out electricity. I need to figure out how to open up this door to the electricity.
Okay. Electricity.
Oh! It must be something to do with this panel. Okay, so I've got like a switchboard, basically. I've got like a switchboard that I can plug 3 different wires into 8 different potential No, I'm sorry, 5 different wires into
5 wires, there's 8 slots.
Yes.
And then what I see on my right-hand side is I see like honeycomb associations of circles.
Yes. Essentially, each one of those honeycombs is a copper wire. So tell me how many honeycombs into, like, do you have 2 of those potential slots on the left, 2 of them on the right, 1 on the bottom? Is that how it's arranged for you? Or?
Yes. I see 1 and 2 are on the left. If you're talking about the wires or whatever.
Yes.
1 and 2 on the left, 3 on the bottom, 4, 5 going like... I almost think about it as if you're like doing a half circle. So 4 is the lowest on the right, 5 is the highest on the right.
Okay, so start me off on the one that's on the upper left.
So on the upper left, number 1... That should be, so it's blacked out on the top 2 circles and blacked out on the bottom 2 circles. Or, I have multiple potential ways of doing this. Oh, no, we're doing the right one. We're doing the right one, because it's that was the correct orientation, right? 2 on the left, 1 on the bottom, 2 on the right. Yes.
Yep. Okay. Yes. And then, so it sounds like that leaves us with 3 of those copper wires in the center, 3 hexagon copper wires in the center there. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so then the one right underneath that on the left.
All right, so that one is just blacked out in the center. So all the ones on the outside are white.
Okay. The wire on the bottom.
Number 3, so that is a diagonal slash going from upper left to lower right. So the upper left circle, the middle circle, and the lower right circle are all lit up.
We got it. Okay. Now let's do the one that's on the upper right.
The highest? The top 2 are blacked out.
I think I see it. Yeah. Okay. And then the last one.
The left and right most circles are blacked out.
Got it. Yeah, we did something.
Woo!
I open up a door.
Okay.
Do I just flick this switch? Ah, okay. I have a new codex code for you.
Okay. Yeah, hook me up.
It is 6468.
6468. Beep, boop, boop, beep. Okay. Oh, wow. I have a series of shapes. Oh, okay. Here's what's going to happen, I think. We're going to both start up a thing. We're going to have a timer. You're going to see a shape. You're going to tell me that shape. I'm going to hit a button, and it's going to tell me the next shape. That kind of thing.
Okay.
Is what I'm guessing. Or you're going to give me a number or something.
A little Simon Says. So then, how would I
think I started up, or we have to probably count it down. I have a play.
Okay. And then it looks like I can start by pressing any of these buttons, it looks like to me.
Okay, so describe to me the buttons that you're looking at.
So, starting from the most upper left, I have a square button, and underneath that I have a dial that I can spin.
Okay, got it.
And then next to that on the right, I have a lever that I can pull down.
Okay, yeah.
And then next to that on the right, I have an up arrow and a down arrow.
Okay, yep.
And then finally on the right-hand side, on the top, I have what looks like a crank lever.
Okay.
And then underneath that, it looks like I have a hexagon-shaped button.
So I'm just going to quickly, just so we have our language figured out, we're going to say button, so that's the square, or I guess we say square, dial, lever, down, up, hex, crank.
Crank, lever, dial, square button, octagon button? Does that work for you?
Well, it's a hex. I mean, we can call it octagon. Whatever works for you. It's got 6 sides. Okay, so
crank, dial, lever. Yeah. Okay.
Just making sure that like our language is there, so you know what. Yeah. Okay. So starting it up. Lever.
Okay, I've got the second button illuminated at the bottom.
Okay, cool. Then crank.
Okay, I've got the second to last button illuminated.
Okay. Then dial.
I've got the first button illuminated.
Then arrow pointed upwards, upward arrow.
Okay, I've got the fifth button illuminated.
5. Okay, square button.
Okay, second button illuminated.
Down arrow.
Last button illuminated, and that did something.
Hey, did it for me too. We're loading. System repaired, it says on my end.
It does say that, so I've got the 2 of the door locks unlocked, and now I also just realized in very escape room way, there's a timer on the door. We've only got a remaining 42 minutes to do this.
Oh no!
Okay, last system though to unlock is this oxygen thing that I think we've already done most of.
Mostly done.
I think I already gave you the codex code for this one, but I can give it to you again.
Yeah, give it to me again just so we can clean it up.
Okay, 1311.
1311.
Okay. And
Whenever I enter the code, it just takes me right back to that instead of me having to hunt for where it's in the thing. Okay, yeah, I'm just seeing the shapes again.
I still have. Hold on. Let me look around what else I have in this room. So,
yeah.
I have like a little toaster-esque device that has 3 more of these doodads that I could potentially slot into this electricity machine with the holy hand grenade. There is a note next to this toaster device.
Okay.
Equipment change, navigation maps, case number, and then I have a 9-digit alphanumeric code that has the case number.
Yes. So.
And then there's a Telegram AI with like a 3-digit code. But yeah, I have numbers for AI and I have numbers for case number.
Okay, so I have those 9-digit codes. So the way that they're associated with me is like, I have, I think, 6 potential ones, and I'm looking at rows and columns of squares. So do you have anywhere where there's like some lights lit up or there's something? Yeah.
So yeah, I have 4 potential square buttons that I could push.
Then do you have the code that you can read to me, or you need the code?
I have a case number that is 9 alphanumeric.
Yeah. Tell me that. Yeah.
So, F is in Frank. A F
980.
980CVB.
Yeah. So what I'm looking at is I have 4 columns of squares that are 6 high, so like rows of 6.
Okay.
4 columns. And they have within them, in those squares, they're either blacked out or they're green.
Oh.
And so for this one, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blacked out squares. So if there's buttons you can press to adjust those, or if like they go down, like maybe you need to press the buttons in order, maybe it's that. You said you have 4 buttons?
I have 4 buttons that I assume I need to press in an order of some kind.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's try this. Let's try button 4. 2, 3, 1, 2, 2.
Oh, that did it.
Boom. All right, cool.
Okay, so let me lay out these other things that I have.
Oh, you know what?
Hold
on. My screen stopped recording not too long ago, though.
Okay.
But I just want to make sure that I pull this up so people can see it. Real quick, for everybody out there, I had a little bit of a tech whoopsie, so now you're looking at my screen in case you weren't able to see it before. This is where I got the code for Ash, and this was the thing that I used to tell him how to solve it. All right.
Good.
Anyway.
So I've gotten all the pieces laid out on the floor here.
Cool.
Okay, let's talk about the square-shaped one that should be at the bottom.
I think it's this one that's giving us the grief.
So the square-shaped one, the square itself is kind of grayish-whitish.
Yes, and it's split in half.
And it's split in half, and then the circular pattern that's on the exterior of the square, is it like a gold coin, or is it kind of a brown maroon color?
You're saying on the side of it?
On the side of the square.
So it's just like kind of like a drawn shape. It's not like the loops.
Yes.
Okay, that is brown. That is like the maroonish color.
And then on the top of the square, is there like golden arches?
Yes.
Ah, so this is the one.
I think that that's where we were confused. Originally, I thought you were talking about those when you were mentioning the
This
brass.
one was trapped inside the toaster. Okay.
Ah, there we go.
We open the door, we're moving on to the next level, and this is where we're going to wrap up the episode, y'all.
Oh, snap.
But I guess first we could watch the cutscene. Is there going to be a cutscene?
Validate. All right, I'm seeing a thing.
3 hours before.
Let's get this done and make sure they're safe. They're our crewmates, even if we disagree.
Almost there.
Almost there.
This should just about
Almost
hold.
there.
Good. We need the oxygen system stabilized or they're doomed.
We're
Doomed.
Power restored,
Nice.
sir. System stable.
Good. Let's get out of here. If word of this reaches the surface, there'll be hell to pay.
All right.
Okay.
Fixing it.
Oh,
Fixing
wow.
it.
Okay, we're not gonna do anything in this room, but let me get a little look because this room is much bigger.
Okay. I'm excited to see what your view looks like, because mine is all just like, computer screen, text, very, very, sterile. I'm assuming that yours is more dynamic.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's a lot to do in this room, and there's even I'm very drawn to this giant poster of a huge labyrinthian maze
The
as
map?
well.
Yeah.
I'm very drawn to that. Anyway, this is neat. Oh, there's a VHS tape. There's lore.
Oh boy.
There's multiple VHS tapes in this room, and there's a projector to watch them on too. Okay.
Well,
All right.
I think that what needs to happen is that people need to, in the comments, let us know if they want us to keep on playing, because I kind of want to keep on playing.
we gotta
I need to
learn.
know.
We gotta learn what's going on here. Me and Price, we need to save the day.
Gotta do it.
Anyway, y'all, that has been a look at how to escape Lost Submarine. You can check it out now. It's on all the things. It's on PC. It's on PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series, and Switch. You can check it out via that link in the description below. A big thanks again to Break First Games and Maximum Entertainment for sponsoring this video. Let us know your thoughts. Would you like to see me and Price like do all the puzzles? Continue it up? Reminder, if you check it out yourself, only one person needs to own it, and the other person that's using the companion app can do that for free.
Yeah.
And it is crossplay. Like you don't like the companion app. You can get on anything, so you don't need to both do it on Switch or something like that. Anyway,
Can you even do it on your phone? I think you can pull up the app.
I imagine you can just do it on your phone. Yeah.
Which would mean that, like, hey, you got a friend coming over to hang out? Well, maybe y'all kind of sit on different sides of the room.
I was going to say, yeah, you have your buddy over and you tell them, go to the other room.
Yeah.
Don't
Like,
hang
hey, you
out
want to
with
check
me."
out this? Want to check out this game? Go sit over there. We can't look at each other's screens.
I do think it actually would be kind of funny to do in a same room experience, but the other person is like sitting in a chair in front of the TV, looking away from the TV. So you could both be in the same room. They just can't look at the screen.
Totally.
Yeah. All right, y'all. That has been how to escape Lost Submarine. It's fun. I really like it. I really like the art style too. I'm excited for you, Price, to see the look of this because it does.
I want to see what the inside looks like. Yeah.
I described it a little bit earlier as Rocko's Modern Life. I do get a lot of that kind of vibe from the art style of this.
Nice.
Anyway, I like it a whole lot. Let us know your thoughts on this comments. With that, y'all, we've been Stumped. I've been Ash, joined by Price. We'll catch y'all next time.